Namaste, and thank you for joining me. Today's second chakra practice is designed primarily to focus on your lower belly and your lower back, where your second chakra is located, and hip openers, which will help you to release stored negative emotions and stress. Open you physically, spiritually, and creatively. So let's begin. We're going to start in Malasana, child pose, with your knees wide open and your big toes are touching one another. And bow forward between your knees with your arms extended towards the front of the mat. Extending the roots down and the crown up. And take several breaths here. Releasing into the support of the earth beneath you. Feel the connection to the self. Feel the connection to the earth. And when you're ready, slowly come up, tabletop, with your wrist underneath your shoulders and knees underneath your hips. And start swaying your body from side to side. And in circular motions. In one direction and the opposite. And close your eyes for a moment here. And move intuitively in your own way. You might be shifting your hips down the back and up again. Lowering the pelvis towards the ground. Bending your legs, your arms. Use your own creative expression as you move in a way that makes your body feel good. As the primary drive for this chakra is the search for pleasure. And come to stillness in Malasana, tabletop. And on the next inhale, lift your right hand up and extend it toward the sky, while pushing the left hand down into the earth, expanding the chest. And on the exhale, thread your right hand underneath your left and place the right shoulders on the mat and lift the left arm up and over your head. Bring it down the back and place it on your inner right thigh. Hold the pose and breathe. Twisting the upper body, releasing tension, toxins, cleansing the body. Deep inhales, long and slow exhales. And when you're ready, back to Malasana in tabletop. And on the next inhale, lift your left hand up toward the sky while grounding the right hand into the earth. And feel the expansion in your chest. And on the exhale, slowly thread your left hand underneath your right and lift your right hand up over your head. Again, you can keep your hand here alongside your ear or bring it down your back on your left inner thigh and breathe. Increasing the flexibility in your spine. Release your hand and come back and down on your heels. You can sit on your toes and start circling your wrist in both directions. Back to Malasana. Keep your toes tucked and lift your hips up. The Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. And start pedaling your feet up and down, gazing on the sky under one arm and the other. Back to center and start to ripple your spine like a wave in the ocean. Strengthening and stretching your back, maintaining a healthy spine. And come to stillness in Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog, for a full breath. And on the next inhale, lift your right leg up toward the sky. And on the exhale, bring it forward between your hands. Lower the back knee, untuck the toes, lift the torso, raise your arms, and arch back. Palms facing each other. Slowly bring your hands both and place them on your front knee to deepen the pose. Opening the second chakra by stretching the hip flexors and the quads. You can stay here or you can reach the back foot with the hand on the same side and placing the front hand on your knee in Gyan Mudra by bringing the tips of your thumb and the index fingers together. You can stay here or you can reach the hand back behind you and grab the foot with both hands, opening and stretching the front of the body, gazing ahead. Deep inhales, full exhales. Release your hands, your leg, bring your palms on the mat in front of you and slowly strengthening the front leg, flex your foot in Ardha Hanumanasana, half split. Inhale, strengthening and lengthening through the spine. Exhale, fold forward. For a couple of breaths here. Slowly come back to Anjani Asana, low lunge, tuck your toes, step your right leg back to Palakasana, plank pose. Exhale, Chaturanga, untuck your toes. Inhale, Uddhava, Mukha Svanasana, upward facing dog. And on the exhale, downward facing dog. Take a deep breath here. And on the next inhale, lift your left leg up to the sky and bring it forward between your hands. Ensure that your knee is a 90-degree angle. Lower the back knee, untuck your toes, lift the torso, raise your arms, and arch back. Palms facing each other. And breathe. Slowly bring your hands back on your front knee. Again, you can stay here or reach the back foot with your hand on the same side and bring the other hand in Gyan Mudra, the mudra of knowledge and wisdom. Or you can reach left hand behind you and grab the back foot with both hands, opening your heart while stretching the quads and the hip flexors. Hold and breathe. Release your hands, your legs, palms on the mat and push to the core. Bringing your hips over your back knee. Inhale, lengthening and extending from the roots to the crown of your head. Exhale, fold forward. Being careful not to push you past your limits. Come up again, Anjaneyasana. Tuck your toes and go through the vinyasa. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Stretching your shoulders. Inhale, lift your right leg up toward the sky and bring it inward between your hands. Again, making sure that the knee is at 90 degrees. But this time, place your right hand on the inside of your right knee and walk your right foot all the way to the edge of the mat. And start rocking back and forward. Warming up the hips, lubricating the joints. And in circular motion. In one direction and in the opposite. Come to stillness and place your forearm on the mat. You can lower the back knee to the mat to soften the pose. In Uttan Kristasana, lizard pose. Hugging the knee in close to your right shoulder, engaging the core, squeezing the glutes, hold and breathe. Slowly straighten up your arms, lower your back knee, and grab the back foot with your opposite hand. Inhale, turning the torso and gazing upward toward the sky. Exhale, come forward all the way down to the mat if it's available. You can always place a block here. And breathe. So hip openers improve circulation, flexibility, and range of movement of the back, hips, and legs. And slowly release your hands, bring your hands back. Step your right foot back and go through the vinyasa. Plank pose. Exhale, untuck your toes, upward facing dog, and downward facing dog. And we're going to repeat the same thing on the other side. So inhale, lift left leg up toward the sky and bring it forward between your hands. Place the left hand on the inside and walk your foot all the way to the edge of the mat and start rocking back and forth. Making sure that the knee is directly over your ankle. And circular motion. in one side and the other. And place your forearm. You can always use a block here. If you lower your knee, your back knee to the mat, you can do so again. Hugging the left knee in close to your left shoulder. Hold and breathe. Opening the second chakra here by opening the groins and stretching the hip flexors. Hip openers also improve lower back pain, balance, posture, and prevent injuries from later on in life. Lower your knee, raise your hands, and reach opposite hand to grab your foot. Inhale, turning upward toward the sky. Exhale, fold and bow forward to the mat, on a block, on your forearms. Deep inhales, full exhales. Release your hands, your legs. Bring your hands to the front of the mat. Step your left leg back and come to downward facing dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana. And from here, you're gonna either walk or hop to the front of the mat. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, Uttanasana, standing forward fold. Grab the cuffs, thighs, your knees, any order it's available to you. And for a moment here, relax into the asana. Release tension from your lower back while stretching the hips and the back of the legs. Keeping a soft bend in the knee here. And be where you are. When you're ready, bring the palms of your hands in front of you and walk your feet to the edge of the mat. And your toes are pointing outward and your heels downward. And drop your hips down between your knees, bringing your hands in Anjali Mudra, palms together at your heart, pressing the inner thighs with your elbows. In Malasana, squat, extending the tailbone downward, while lifting the sternum, shoulder away from the ears, gazing forward. So this asana, strengthening the pelvic floor and opening your hips. Hip openers also improve mental health and overall wellness. As stress causes the body to tighten, hip openers are so important to releasing and relieving physical and emotional tension in your body. Release the pose. Walk your feet toward one another. The next inhale, we're going to jump back to Malasana. Exhale, Chaturanga. And inhale, Uddhava Mukha Svanasana. Upward facing dog. And downward facing dog. On the next inhale, lift your right leg up and bend your knee. And draw your knee towards your chest and slide it between your hands while extending the leg behind you. Making sure that the leg is straight and the toes are pointed. And start walking. To your right, feel the twist. And to your left. And come to the center. Align your pelvis. Inhale, push the earth away from you. Opening the chest. Drawing the shoulder blades down the back. Exhale, come forward. Either on your forearm, a block, or all the way down on the mat. You're going to take several breaths here, as it takes a while for the hips to let go. Relaxing and releasing into the asana. And you can apply the Ujjayi breath here and focus on the sound of the oceans. If you're not familiar with the Ujjayi breath, you can check my video, How to Balance Your Second Chakra. Slowly come up and shift your weight slightly towards your right and reach your hand to the back foot and gently press it down towards your buttock while extending the right hand in Gyan Mudra, gazing ahead. You can stay here, or you can place your foot in your elbow crease and reach the opposite arm to interlace your hands. And this is all different variations of pigeon pose, Kapotasana. Hold and breathe wherever you are. Slowly release your hands and bring your left leg over your right, placing your left hand by your left hip and hug the front knee with your right hand to encourage a twist. You can stay here or you can bring your hand and elbow in front of the knee to deepen the twist. And if it's available to you, you can thread your right hand beneath your knee and grab either your fingers or your wrist to twist even deeper. In Masti Indrasana, half Lord of the Fish pose. Inhale, strengthening the spine and lengthening through the crown of the head. Exhale, twist, gazing over your shoulder. Release your hands, turn to the center, the front of the mat, and align your left knee directly over your right. Inhale, lift your left hand up and bend your arm down your back and reach the right hand behind you and bend it upward to clasp your hands. If this is not available, you can always use a belt or a scarf and hold on to that. Hold and breathe in Gomukhasana, the cow face pose. So this asana opens the water channels in your body, regulating the flow fluid of energy, such as blood, water, hormones. One more breath here. And release your hands. Inhale, extend your hands on either side of you. Exhale, bow forward. You can use a block here underneath your forehead, but know that the force of gravity and your breath will pull you down over time. Slowly come up, bring your left back behind you, hands in front of you. Step your right leg back to Palakasana and go through the vinyasa. Untuck your toes, upward facing dog and downward facing dog. So we're going to repeat the same sequence on the other side. So inhale, lift your left leg up and bend it. And draw the knee toward your chest and slide it in between your hands while extending the right leg back behind you. Ensure that the leg is straight and start walking. To your left, feel the twist. Walk back to your right. And back to center, pushing through the core of each arm and lift the sternum. Open your heart, drawing the shoulder blades down the back, and exhale slowly. Come forward in your variation, either on a block, on your forearm, or all the way placing the forehead on the mat. Applying the Ujjayi breath here, or Dirga Pranayama, the full yogic breath. And by doing so, you will benefit from holding the asana longer while calming the mind and your entire nervous system. Relaxing and releasing into the pose. And slowly come up and shift your weight slightly towards your left and grab the back foot with the hand on the same side and gently press it down towards your buttock. While lifting the other hand in Gyan Mudra. You can stay here gazing forward, or you can place your foot in your elbow crease and reach the opposite hand to interlace your hands. Hold and breathe. And you're ready, slowly release your hands and bring your right leg over your left, placing the right hand by your right hip and hugging your knee to encourage the twist. You can stay here, or you can bring the elbow in front of your knee to deepen the twist. And only if it's available, you can thread your hand and grabbing opposite hand. Inhale, lengthening. Exhale, deepen the twist. Gazing over your shoulders. At this beautiful crane. Release your hands. Come to center. Align the right knee directly over your left knee. Inhale, lift your right hand up toward the sky and bend your arm down your back while reaching the other hand behind your back and clasp your hands. This asana also improve and release blockages of prana, life force energy, from the shoulders and hips, increasing lubrication of the joints. And release your hands. Inhale, extending your hands on either side of you, and bow forward. And bring the sole of the feet together, close to the groins as possible, and wrap your fingers around the big toes or all the toes in Baddha Konasana, bound and angle pose. Lengthening the front of the torso, lifting the sternum while extending the roots down and lengthening the spine towards the crown of the head. Maintaining a vertical spine. You can stay here, or you can deepen the pose by shifting your torso forward, keeping a straight spine. Deep inhales, long and slow exhales. And you can come round your back and bow forward all the way to the mat, if it's available. Hold the pose and breathe. Breathe into the sensations and the tightness within your body. Opening up the areas with your breath. Slowly coming up. Scoot down and come on your back to the last pose, Shavasana, with the sole of the feet together and your knees bent on either side. Arms relaxed by your side, palms facing upward in Supta Baddha Konasana, a reclined bound angle pose. Extending the roots down toward your feet while lengthening the spine to the crown of the head. Relaxing and releasing into the support of the earth beneath your physical body. And become aware of the sensations within your body, within your mind, and invite prana, life force energy, to flow freely and effortlessly throughout your body. Allow yourself to surrender into the pleasure of your being after a good practice. You can stay here as long or as little as you like. And when you're ready, you can extend your legs and stretch your arms. Circling your ankles and wrists, and slowly come on one side of your body for a moment of gratitude. Showing up for yourself, healing your body, mind, and spirit. And when you're ready, slowly come up to a sitting position. Thank you so much for joining me. Namaste.